Say, dog, you ever been in a store in like maybe a grocery store or a corner store and you paid with $1 and they owed you 3-4 cents and you was like in a rush and you was like, I don't need it, keep it. I'm never doing that again, bro. These grocery stores and these places, these corporations, they getting too greedy, man. We about to get straight into this video, but listen, don't forget to like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget to
hype me up.
I need that. I need that. I need that. I need them hypes like a crackhead need a pipe. There's only 2 YouTubers in the whole world that do that, and I'm both of them.
All right, guys, it finally happened. I don't know if it's like...
Oh, my man's got a butterfly on his neck, bro. It's off-putting.
This in every state so far, but in Wisconsin, we've gotten rid of pennies. I'm pretty sure it's nationwide, but I don't know. I don't go too far. I don't pay cash a lot. I'm a card guy. I used to be a cash guy, but nobody really takes it anymore. Well, all I had was cash. I forgot my card. I go through McDonald's drive-thru, and it was $9.48. So I gave the lady $9.50, and she's like, all right, have a good one. And I didn't say anything, but for a moment in my head, my cheap ass said, I want my 2 cents back. Where the f are my pennies? Anybody else deal with this before?
But the crazy thing is this, though. 2 cents is not a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but when you think about a corporation like McDonald's doing it to millions of people, those 2 cents add up, and we're just making them richer. That's 2 cents added to their bottom line. That's 2 cents in profit that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten. And we want to help them people out. They feeding you cancerous food. The food ain't real. They treat the customers like shit. They treat the employees like shit. But on the other hand, that's not the cashier's policy. That's not their fault. They're following instructions. So it's like you can't really be mad at them. And I know it's going to be some people that take it out on them. Poor little teenagers a lot of times, dog. Crazy.
Okay, I was in Buc-ee's and I paid with cash. And the total was like $7.94. And not only was she a little confused on change, which is fine, no big deal, but it irritated the hell out of me because instead of giving me 6 cents back, she only gave me a nickel. She didn't give me the penny. Now you may think, oh, it's just a penny. But it has happened to me so many times over the last several months that I've noticed when I pay with cash that they will not give me the pennies or all the additional change. They'll just round it up. And even though it may be a minimal amount, at the end of the day, it's my money and I get to decide whether I leave it there in the change cup or put it in my wallet.
So
it's literally the principle, dog. I don't care if it's 1 cent or not. Y'all got to understand these corporations are greedy. They don't give a shit about nobody but their shareholders. That's it. If it ain't got nothing to do with their shareholders, they don't care. They don't care about the people that work for them. They don't care about the customer. And a penny really not a lot of money, but it's the principle, dog.
Bought some shit from Sprout, and I'm at the cashier's, and while she's taking my cash, she's like, oh yeah, we don't have pennies. And I remember hearing something about that, but I was like, okay, that's weird. And so she's supposed to give me $11.28 back, but she ends up giving me $11.25 back. That's not okay, right? Like, I literally did not get my change back. Like, how is that legal? Like, I don't, at least up it. Give me $11.30. What the f?
So I just watched a video.
Up it, give them $11.30. But you know what, though? I forgot about this, man. I read this somewhere at one point. The reason why they discontinued the penny is because the cost of making one is more than a penny, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I remember. They said that the cost to make 1 penny actually exceeds 1 penny. That don't make no damn sense. So yeah, that's why they haven't discontinued other coins, because it costs less than 5 cents to make a nickel. It costs less than 10 cents to make a dime, and so on and so forth.
Video where a guy was in Home Depot and he like went crazy because guess what, the whole penny thing, Home Depot is rounding down and they taking people's pennies instead of giving out extra pennies. I'm with him, right? It's not about the dollar amount, it's the principle. These companies make a lot of money, and just think about if Home Depot has 2,000 locations and each one kept $10 worth of pennies
See,
every
he
day.
think like me.
That's $20,000 a day.
Facts.
Make sure you get your pennies.
If you work in retail.
Did y'all hear that? $20,000 a day. $20,000 a day. What does that equate to in a calendar year, dog? Somebody in the comments who's a mathematician, help your boy out, man. $20,000 times 365. Nigga. Am I reading this right? Did I do that? Okay. Can y'all see that? What? Y'all want to contribute to them making $7.3 million a year? I don't.
Or any place where you are the person controlling the cash register. Whoa. And I pay with cash. Give me my damn change.
Oh, God.
I don't care if it's a penny.
I need that.
Hand it here. Okay? Furthermore, stop assuming people don't want their change. It's my money. I need it now. Lastly, stop getting an attitude about people standing there waiting for their change. Just give it to them because it's not your money. And your boss isn't going to give you a raise for stealing from people because that's what you're doing by not giving them their change. Thank you.
She thought she ate with that. She thought she ate. Nigga, look, I'm sorry. I got to stop saying that. Listen, that shit sound good until it's you or your teenage daughter or your little boy working the cash register at like McDonald's or something like that, and that crazy delusional grown adult comes there and just goes ape shit crazy on your child. Then you gonna understand. When your daughter come home crying because she had a bad day dealing with all these delusional people who wanted that 1 cent back, even though I understand the principle, it's gonna hit different. Then you gonna want to go up there and put hands on somebody. Cause I know one thing, dog. If my little girl come home crying because she had a bad day out of all these people asking her for her penny back and she don't have pennies to give and they calling her out her name saying she's stupid, go get your manager. That don't sit right with me, dog. That'll make me want to bust any one of y'all in the head over her. Dead ass serious, dog. I'm her protector. That's my little girl. I changed her diapers. I drove her around in the car for 30 minutes on them days when she couldn't go to sleep or wouldn't go to sleep. Man, I wish somebody would play with my little girl, dog. See, I'm going to give you the 360-degree analysis on this. That's my little girl, man. She didn't make these rules up. She didn't discontinue the penny. See, I'm thinking from that. Ooh-wee. See, it's hard, bro. I'm indifferent now because it's like I understand it as the customer, but I also understand it as someone related to the person who having to deal with y'all. Contrary to popular belief, man, the customer ain't always right.
You may not feel this way. Let me say this again. You may not feel this way, but I have some questions because I don't understand how we are going to transition into no longer using pennies. I know they're not making pennies anymore, but there are still a lot of pennies out there. The place that I work, if someone were to pay with cash, we round up their change. Like if their change is $17.01, if I don't have pennies in my drawer, I give them $17 and a nickel. But today I went to Ulta and I paid with cash, which is very rare for me. I gave them $18 and my bill was $17.22. She gave me 75 cents back, which had we had pennies, it would have been 78 cents. Again, let me say this. It's not about the 3 pennies. It's the fact that Ulta rounded down instead of rounded up. And maybe that's what most stores are doing, and maybe just the store that I work at is different and we're rounding up instead of down. But if Ulta does that with every person that pays cash, people don't realize that adds up.
So it adds up in disfavor of you. But what if they decided to round up? Remember that 20,000 times 365 calculation I did? Now that works to their detriment. And you think they're going to let that happen? You think they're going to lose $7.3 million a year on purpose to help your ass out? Please, man, you crazy. You done lost your mind.
Ulta does a lot of business, and it may be other stores. Again, I don't know. I'm just talking about my experience. I don't understand how we're going to get away from using pennies. I understand they're not making them. But Does this make any sense to you, or am I losing my damn mind? I'm actually asking your opinion about this.
Who didn't see this coming? Big retailers are now using the penny shortage to take advantage of customers. Some stores are rounding your change down if they don't have pennies on hand. So if your change is 10.04, suddenly it's, sorry, no pennies. And you're handed a 10, because it's just a few cents. But multiply that by thousands of transactions a day. This is their problem to figure out, not mine. And I ain't trying to give these companies free money. If you're using cash, pay attention. Because corporate's counting on you not noticing.
Okay.
So look, this is what I wanted y'all to remind me. I had something in my mind while he was talking. What if I go through the drive-thru, let's say McDonald's, Wendy's. It don't even matter. My food comes up to $11.57. What if I just give them $11.55? Are they not going to give me my food over 2 cents? What if we all just started doing that? You done made it already. It's cooked already. I mean, come on now. Make it make sense, dog.
Hey, people. I just came out of Home Depot, bought some stuff.
He gonna be the one give your child a
My
hard time.
change was $10.51.
He the one that's gonna do it.
They rounded it down. The girl tried to give me $10.50. I asked where my penny was.
There you go. He the one.
Because that's my money. She said, we don't have pennies. We round it down. I said, nope, you either take this stuff back.
Yep.
Or you go get your manager. I want my money. Corporate's not keeping their customers' money. You want to round? You round up. Manager came over and she said, we don't have pennies, sir. I was like, well, then you're going to give me a nickel. And she looked at me. I was like, nope, that's my money. You don't keep my money. That's stealing from me. So she said, give him the money. Give him a nickel. Don't argue with him. So I made him give me my nickel. So you either give me a penny or you round up. There's hundreds of millions of pennies still out on the market. There's no excuse for this. They just stopped making them. People, don't let them keep your money. It's yours.
Yep. Look, he gonna be the one. It's gonna be customers like him. They gonna hold up your whole line. I don't give a damn if it's 100 people in line behind him. He not gonna care, and he gonna look them dead in their face. He be like, "I want my money." You know, on one hand, I'm not mad at him. You know.
Have y'all ever seen this before, where it says rounding, and they give you a couple of cents more at your Walmart?
Because now we're not wasting the money to print more pennies, and less money is in circulation.
So pennies are done.
What I just read. Ends in 1 cent or 2 cent, round down to 0 cents. Ends in 3 cents or 4 cents, round up to 5 cents. Ends in 5 cents or 0 cents, exact change. That makes sense. No pun intended. Ends in 6 cents or 7 cents, round down to 5 cents. Ends in 8 cents, or I can't see that, round up to 10 cents. So, you know, if you're a frequent shopper at whatever place this is, I guess it would average itself out at the end of the day. I'm not sure. Or is this coming from whatever?
And less money is in circulation.
So pennies are done. The government decided they cost too much to make, more than the actual value of the penny itself. Now stores are going to start phasing out the penny. Eventually they won't have it and won't be able to give exact change to people who pay with cash. But it's okay. They've come up with a solution for that. They're just going to round up and pass the costs on to us, the customers. Isn't that nice? And I know we're talking about pennies here. It's not that much, but over the course of a year, it adds up, right? And in this economy, shit, I'll take the pennies. Like, why couldn't we go for the nickel? The nickel costs 14 cents to make. That could have saved us some money, I'm sure. And we don't need that to give exact change. Like, the nickel could right off as far as I'm concerned. But I think corporations saw this as an opportunity to make a extra couple $1 million probably across thousands of stores and millions of customers paying in cash. Those extra pennies add up for them too. But anyways, I just thought that was interesting. Corporations saw that the penny was going away and they're like, how could we come up on this?
How does how much does it cost to make a nickel? How much does it cost to make a nickel? What? $13. What in the hell, bro? Are y'all reading this? Can y'all see this? It costs the U.S. Mint 13.78 cents to manufacture and distribute a single 5-cent nickel because the production and distribution expenses are more than double its face value. The U.S. government loses money on every single nickel produced. Then why are we doing it? Oh my God. That is crazy. For shits and giggles, how much does it cost to make a dime? 5.76 cents. So it looked like you should just get rid of the nickel and the penny. All right, a quarter. Y'all be making fun of how I say quarter, bro. I don't like that for y'all. Because why are y'all bullies? It costs nearly 15 cents to manufacture and distribute a single U.S. quarter. That's wild. That's wild, bro. Yeah, it's kind of tough out here in these streets, man. What y'all doing with y'all pennies, man? I got pennies. Got a couple of them. I got at least $1 worth of pennies laying around this thing. Yep. But guys, that's the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And what y'all gonna be doing about this penny situation?
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.